Our world is truly a place of great wonder. Everywhere you look, you see different shapes. Some countries have very tall mountains. Their peaks touch the clouds in the sky. Other countries have vast, flat plains. These plains stretch as far as the eye can see. Some lands are covered in thick green forests, while others are dry, sandy deserts. These are all geographical features, and they make each part of our Earth unique. Have you ever wondered about these features? Why does one country have deep valleys and another has strange tall rock pillars? The shapes of the land tell a story. It is a story of time and powerful forces. Nature has been working for millions of years, sculpting and changing the earth. Sometimes humans also change the land, creating even more variety. Let us explore these amazing shapes. The variety of landscapes is quite astonishing. Think about the deep blue oceans, or the bright colors of a coral reef. Consider the power of a roaring waterfall, or the quiet stillness of a giant cave. Each feature has its own special character and its own story of how it was made. Understanding these stories helps us see and appreciate our planet more. It is a journey of discovery, one that will take us across the globe. We will see how rocks can bend and break, learn how water can cut through stone, discover how ice can move mountains, and how tiny grains of sand build huge dunes. We will also look at how people live and how their actions can shape the land. It is fascinating to see these connections. Join me as we uncover these secrets. The Earth has many tales to tell. Our Earth is not still. It is made of giant pieces called tectonic plates. They are like a giant jigsaw puzzle. These plates float on hot, soft rock and are always moving very, very slowly. We cannot usually feel this movement, but it has a huge effect on the land. This movement shapes our world and creates many amazing features. Sometimes these giant plates crash into each other. Imagine two strong cars bumping. When plates collide, the land pushes up, and this is how great mountain ranges are born. The Himalayas in Asia are an example. They are the tallest mountains in the world, formed when the Indian plate crashed into the Eurasian plate. This process takes millions of years but creates breathtaking scenery. Plates do not only crash together, sometimes they pull away from each other. When plates separate, gaps can form, and hot molten rock called magma can rise up. This can create new land or volcanoes. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is a place like this. It is a long mountain range under the ocean. Sometimes land sinks down between separating plates, forming a rift valley. The Great Rift Valley in Africa is famous. Plates can also slide past each other. When they slide, they can get stuck. Pressure builds up over many years. Then suddenly the rocks break and move. This causes an earthquake, a big shake. Earthquakes can change the land quickly. They can cause cracks to appear and make hills rise or fall. The San Andreas Fault in California is known for this. Plate tectonics is a powerful force. Water is a very powerful shaper of land. It might seem soft and gentle sometimes, but over long periods it does amazing work. Rivers are like nature's chisels. They flow downhill towards the sea. As they flow, they pick up small pieces of rock. These pieces are sand and pebbles. The water uses these to wear away the land. This process is called erosion. It carves out valleys and canyons. Think about the Grand Canyon in America. It is a huge, deep canyon. The Colorado River carved it over millions of years, slowly cutting down through layers of rock. Each layer tells a part of Earth's history. Waterfalls are also formed by water erosion. They happen when a river flows over hard rock, then over softer rock underneath. The soft rock wears away faster, creating a steep drop for the water. Water also shapes the edges of our lands. These are the coastlines where land meets sea. Ocean waves are constantly at work here, crashing against the cliffs and beaches. Strong waves can break off pieces of rock, making cliffs retreat slowly inland. Sometimes hard rock is left behind, forming stacks or arches in the sea. These are beautiful coastal features that show the power of the waves. Rivers also carry sand and soil to the sea. When the river slows down, it drops this material, building up new land called a delta. The Nile Delta in Egypt is very famous. It is a large area of fertile land built by the Nile River. So water does not just take land away, it also builds new land in other places. Water is truly a master sculptor. Ice can also be a powerful force. It can shape landscapes in dramatic ways. In cold parts of the world, snow builds up year after year. More snow falls and the snow at the bottom gets squeezed, turning into hard, solid ice. This forms huge rivers of ice called glaciers. Glaciers move very slowly down valleys like giant, icy bulldozers. As glaciers move, they scrape the land, picking up rocks and boulders. These rocks get frozen into the bottom of the ice, acting like giant sandpaper. They grind away at the valley floor and sides. Glaciers can carve deep, U-shaped valleys with steep sides and flat bottoms. Many mountain ranges show signs of glaciers, with sharp peaks and ridges shaped by ice long ago. One of the most stunning features made by glaciers is a fjord. Fjords are found in countries like Norway and New Zealand. A fjord is a long, narrow inlet of the sea with very steep sides or cliffs. Fjords were once U-shaped valleys carved by glaciers. When the Ice Age ended, the glaciers melted and the sea level rose, flooding these valleys. This created the deep, beautiful fjords we see today. They are often very deep, much deeper than the nearby sea. They are a true testament to the power of ice. Glaciers also leave things behind. When the ice melts, it drops all the rocks and soil it was carrying. This material is called moraine. Moraine can form hills or ridges and can also create lakes. Sometimes a piece of glacier breaks off, gets buried in moraine, and then melts, leaving a hole that fills with water. This is how many small lakes are formed. Section 5. Winds whistle, crafting deserts and rocks. Wind might seem like just moving air, but it can also shape the land. This is especially true in dry places like deserts with little rain. In deserts, there are not many plants. Plants help to hold the soil together. Without plants, the soil is loose. Wind can easily pick up small particles. It picks up sand and dust and carries them away. The wind uses these particles like tiny tools. It blasts them against rocks. This is like sandblasting, but done by nature. Over very long periods of time, this wears rocks down. It can carve rocks into strange, wonderful shapes. You might see mushroom-shaped rocks or arches and pillars standing alone. These are all sculpted by the wind and the sand it carries. It shows how even small forces can have big effects. In deserts, wind also moves large amounts of sand. It piles the sand up into hills. These hills are called sand dunes. Sand dunes can be very big. Some are hundreds of meters high. They can also move slowly across the desert. The wind blows sand up one side of the dune, then the sand tumbles down the other side. This makes the dune creep forward. The shapes of dunes can vary greatly too. Wind does not only work in deserts, it can affect coastlines too. It can blow sand inland from beaches. This can form coastal dunes. Wind can also carry fine dust for long distances. This dust is called loess. When loess settles, it can form thick layers. These layers can create fertile soil, so wind helps to shape many different places, even if we cannot always see it happening. Section 6. Underground wonders, the making of caves. Beneath our feet, there are hidden worlds. These are caves, dark and mysterious places. Many caves are formed by water, but this water works in a special way. It works on certain types of rock. Limestone is a common rock for caves. Rainwater becomes slightly acidic. It becomes acidic as it passes through the air, and as it soaks through the soil. This weak acid can dissolve limestone. Over thousands and millions of years this happens. The slightly acidic water seeps into cracks. It seeps into joints in the limestone rock. Slowly, it dissolves the rock away. The cracks get bigger and bigger. They grow into passages and chambers. This is how vast cave systems are formed. Rivers can also flow underground. They help to carve out these cave passages. It is a slow but powerful process. Inside caves, amazing features can grow. Water still drips from the cave roof. This water carries dissolved minerals. As the water drips, it leaves tiny bits of mineral behind. If it drips from the ceiling, it forms an icicle shape. This is called a stalactite. It hangs down from the roof. If the water drips onto the cave floor, it builds up. It forms a shape pointing upwards. This is called a stalagmite. Sometimes a stalactite and a stalagmite meet. They grow together to form a column. These features grow very, very slowly. It can take hundreds of years for just 1 centimeter. Caves can also have underground lakes and rivers. They are home to special animals. These animals have adapted to life in the dark. Many are blind and have no color. Exploring caves is like visiting another world, a world hidden beneath the surface. Section 7. Human hands changing the face of Earth. Nature is not the only force shaping our planet. Humans also change the land in big ways. We have been doing this for thousands of years. Our activities can create new features, or they can alter existing ones. Sometimes these changes are planned, sometimes they happen without us noticing, but our impact is growing all the time. We are now a major geological force. Our actions leave a lasting mark. Farming is one of the oldest ways we change land. To grow crops, people clear forests. They plow fields and build terraces on hillsides. Terraces are like steps cut into the slopes. They help to grow food on steep land, but clearing forests can lead to problems. Soil can be washed away by rain. This is called soil erosion. Irrigation also changes landscapes. Bringing water to dry lands creates green areas. Building cities also has a huge impact. We call this urbanization. Cities cover large areas of land. They replace natural surfaces with concrete and buildings. We build roads, bridges, and tunnels. We dig foundations for tall skyscrapers. Rivers in cities are often changed. They might be put into concrete channels or even diverted underground. The shape of the land is completely transformed. Mining is another human activity with big effects. We dig deep into the earth for minerals. We search for coal, metals, and other resources. This can create huge open pits or large piles of waste rock. These features can change the landscape dramatically. Building dams on rivers also changes things. Dams create large artificial lakes. These lakes can flood valleys. They alter the flow of the river downstream. Humans truly are landscape architects. Section 8, Spotlight on Wonders Norway, Brazil and Vietnam. Let us look at some specific countries. They have truly crazy geographical features. Norway, in northern Europe, is famous for its fjords. We learned how glaciers carved these deep inlets. Imagine sailing down a Norwegian fjord. Steep cliffs rise hundreds of meters. They rise straight out of the calm, dark water. Waterfalls cascade down the rock faces. These fjords are a direct result of Ice Age glaciers. They are a stunning example of ice power. Now let's travel to South America, to Brazil, home of the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon is the largest rainforest on Earth. It is a vast, sprawling sea of green. It is crossed by the mighty Amazon River. This river is the largest by water volume. The rainforest's existence is due to climate. It needs warm temperatures and lots of rain. The flat landscape allows the river to meander. It creates a complex network of waterways. This vast ecosystem is truly unique. Next, we go to Southeast Asia, to Vietnam, known for its incredible caves. Hang Son Doong is one of the world's largest caves. It is so big, a skyscraper could fit inside. These caves formed in thick limestone mountains. Rainwater, slightly acidic, dissolved the rock. This happened over millions of years. Underground rivers helped to carve the huge passages. Inside, there are giant stalagmites. There is even a jungle growing in one part. It shows water's hidden power. These are just a few examples. Many other countries have unique features. Think of Iceland with its volcanoes and geysers. This is due to its location on a tectonic plate boundary, or the Dead Sea between Israel and Jordan. It is the lowest point on Earth's land surface, and its water is incredibly salty. This is due to a rift valley and high evaporation. Each feature tells a story of Earth's processes and the specific conditions of that place. Section 9, a world of variety, cherishing our landscapes. Our Earth is a planet of incredible diversity. We have seen how landscapes are formed. Powerful natural forces are always at work. Tectonic plates move, building mountains. Water carves valleys and shapes coastlines. Ice grinds down rock and creates fjords. Wind sculpts deserts and carries fertile dust. And hidden underground, water creates magical caves. These processes have been happening for billions of years. They continue to shape our world today. Humans also play a role in this story. Our activities change the land too. We build cities and farms. We mine resources and construct dams. Sometimes our impact is positive. Sometimes it can cause harm to natural environments. It is important to understand these effects. We need to find ways to live in harmony, to live with the natural processes of our planet. This balance is crucial for the future. The geographical features of our world are precious. They are not just beautiful to look at. They provide homes for plants and animals. They give us resources that we need. They inspire us with their grandeur and mystery. From the highest mountain peak to the deepest ocean trench, each landscape has its own unique value. This variety makes our planet special. It is a rich tapestry of natural art, a masterpiece created over eons. We have a responsibility to protect these wonders. Many unique landscapes are fragile. They can be damaged by pollution or overuse. Climate change also poses a threat. It can alter weather patterns and sea levels. This can affect geographical features around the globe. By learning about how these features are formed, we understand their importance better. Let us all work to preserve this amazing diversity, for future generations to explore and enjoy. Our Earth is a treasure we must cherish.